Well, happy Thursday, April 9th, 2020, of the coronavirus epidemic. I hope we're all staying home as much as we can and filtering out as much as we can and doing something we enjoy. So I thought I would share with you one of my favorite poets, the works of the Earl of Raunchester from the 1600s. His real name was John Wilmot, and he was a darling of King Charles II. And one of my favorite poems that he wrote is called A Satire on Charles II. And once I read this, you'll understand why I call this man the Earl of Raunchester. He was born on April 1st, making him a fool, and he almost got killed for it, because this poem fell into the hands of Charles II, and this king did not like to be criticized, much like our president. So, and this poem kind of applies a little to our president, in my perspective. A Satire on Charles II. In the Isle of Great Britain, long since famous grown for breeding the best cunts of Christendom, there not long since lived, oh, may he live and thrive, the easiest king, the best bred man alive. Him no ambition moved to get renown, like the French fool who wanders up and down, starving his people and hazarding his crown. Peace is his aim, his gentleness is such, and's love, for he loves fucking much. Nor are his high desires above his strength, his scepter and's prick are both of one length. And she may sway the one who plays with the other, and make him little wiser than his brother. I hate all monarchs, and the thrones they sit on, from the Hector of France to the Cully of Britain. The Hector wins towns by money, not trenches. The Cully, he conquers all the pretty wenches. He victory and honor refuses, and rather than a crown, a cunt he chooses. Pricks like buffoons at court will govern us, because they make us sport. His was a sauciest that e'er did swive, the proudest peremptory prick alive. Though safety, religion, and life lay on't, 'twould break through all to make its way to cunt. With dog and bastard always going before, restless he roves from whore to whore. An easy monarch, scandalous and poor. Ah, my dear Carwell, dearest of all my dears, thou blessed relief of my declining years. Ah, how I mourn thy fortune and my fate, to love so well and to be loved so late. For though in her he settled well his tarse, yet still his graceless bullocks hang an arse. This to evince, 'twill be too long to tell you the painful tricks of the laborious Nelly, employing hands, arms, fingers, mouth, and thighs to raise that limb which she all night enjoys. Ah, generous sir, long may you survive, for we shall never have such liberty to swive. That's a brilliant poem. It almost got him killed, like I said. But because he's a satirist and a brilliant writer, the king spared his life. And unfortunately for the Earl of Rochester, he also liked to swive, and he was very handsome until his face fell off when he caught an STD. Because back in that day, they did have cuss words, and they did like to have sex. They were just lacking condoms. Yes. So now we have to wear a filter over our face, and I guess some people, if they still want to have sex, they should probably consider having a whole full body condom on. Or just wait until everybody that's going to die dies, and then you can see who's left to pick from. Unless you're fortunate enough to be in a relationship where you get to enjoy that and be safe. Because, like the French said, sex is le petit de mort, the little death. It can kill you. So can a kiss with the wrong person, especially in this time period. So I just thought I'd share that with you and hope that encourages you to be careful who you pick for a leader, because they might set a really good example of how to behave, especially for our young people and teenagers and all that, and adults that get to act like teenagers and all that. And I hope everyone's having fun staying home, feeling like grounded teenagers, because teenagers do actually need to be grounded sometimes. It doesn't hurt them to stay home and read and clean their bedrooms and learn how to cook and how to do some housekeeping stuff and work on the house or something. So enjoy your day. If you have a home, I hope you're feeling safe. If you don't, I'm sorry. I hope that this time period opens up some new opportunities for everybody to keep everyone else healthy and safe as much as possible.